Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the board meeting, August 7th. We're officially welcome everybody, Mr. Slade. I'd like to call this meeting order, and we got a big crowd here. Welcome everybody. And would you start us off with a word of prayer?
Glad to. Father, thank you for this occasion, for this time, for the work that's going to be done here today. Lord, I pray for your hand of providence to be on us today. I pray, Father, that you settle us and give us peace and contentment, knowing, Father, that every resource we need, you will provide. You will provide it, Father. I pray that we would be quick to come back to you and give you thanks for how you bless us abundantly. And you give us these responsibilities to carry out. And Father, we know we can count and trust in you. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Yep. Gentlemen, before we get going, I got one little matter that I'd like to address with you, if I may. On your agenda for today is authority for the board president to execute a purchase and sale agreement that is between Rankin County and APAC Mississippi, Inc. And this is for the purchase of the 15 acres that is adjacent to your 200-acre site that is along Old Whitfield Road in Pearl. This is to add to your economic development project and site that's at that location. We have a purchase and sale agreement that is on the terms that you dictated, which is $36,666.67 per acre. It turns out to be about $550,000 total for the purchase of that property, and the closing would be after a 90-day due diligence period. So this is just the purchase and sale agreement. We are going to do this, which will trigger your responsibility to do your due diligence before you actually take the property down sometime this fall. So I would need authority for the board president to execute that PSA.
I make a motion for us to add what Greg is talking
It's actually,
about.
Steve, it's actually on your agenda.
Oh,
We got it
okay.
on there, sir.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve it.
Steve made a motion. Jay seconded that motion. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
As soon as we get the clean version of that PSA, we'll get it to Samantha and we can get all that executed. Just want to let y'all know that's in process.
And that's like 215 acres.
It'll be 215-acre total site, Brad. This parcel will also clean up the issue of the utility relocation and make that nice and clean for us. And that 15-acre site is at an elevation where we don't have any known wetlands issues. We have no drainage problems. We have no flood zone issue, nothing. It's nice, clean, visible, accessible property that's a great benefit to our site.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You know, with all the clutter that's on this first page, you can see how I missed it.
Yeah.
I guess this would be under you, Mr. Hicks, the next agenda.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to welcome Stacy McNich.
Thanks.
Okay.
So I'll just stand here and introduce you.
Okay.
This is our tax assessor. I've asked the collector and assessor and the road manager to come so we can just discuss their budgets. If y'all have any questions, now's the time.
Okay.
I'll let you start.
Okay. All right. Y'all, I'm assuming y'all have a copy of the budget?
Yes.
Proposed budget? Do y'all have any questions?
Which one is yours?
That's what we're looking for.
All right, you're number one.
All right.
Okay.
What are you looking to do?
I think the only major changes, so my budget increase from last year is, I think, 143,000. And let's see if that didn't print on here, but yeah, I think it's about 143,000. But part of that, the two main things are vehicles and then a new software program. The new software program is something called Eagle View, and what that does is that kind of, so they would fly every 2 years, and they would pick up any changes. And so that's different than what y'all have probably heard, you know, the state flying every so many years. Well, this, you can get down to a 1 inch or a 3 inch view from all of their flight results. And it gives a change finder. So if there's been a building added, a building removed, or anything like that, it picks it up. And so you have the potential to make up a great deal of tax revenue that we've not seen, you know, that we just can't get into.
They will do all the layers and everything, just hand it off to us?
Well, so I really can't speak to the number of layers just because that's not necessarily my language. But they can apply multiple layers to it. So I'm not sure exactly which layers you're looking for, but as far as what we have on our website, are those the types of
Right,
layers
yeah.
you're talking about? It would integrate with all of that. So
Okay.
yes, it would be there.
That
And
sounds
it
good.
would have all the boundary lines and, yeah.
Perfect.
Stacy, in the past, I know that for our aerial photography, I'm still talking old language, I'm sure, but for our aerial photography, that was conducted by a process where we went in cooperation with a bunch of counties. This would be different. This would
That's
just be
correct.
Rankin County.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you too, so I actually kind of talked to Keith a little bit about it, but one thing that I would love to see is, I think this is so beneficial to the county as a whole. It's useful to the sheriff's department, to the EOC, to the 911, to the addressing. And actually, when Hunter came out and did a demo for us, a lot of those offices were there. And so I would really like to see this come out of the county budget because it would be so beneficial. It would be helpful to the tax collector's office, you know, with mobile homes. That's something that I mean, I don't want to speak for the tax collector, but for many years, you know, it's really hard to wrap our hands around all of the mobile homes that are out there, all of the ones that are being relocated as they move new ones in. So it picks all of that up.
So are they doing drones?
Well, no, they do actual
Okay.
airplanes, but whatever equipment they have. The other reason that, in my opinion, this software is offered at a more reasonable price than what we see some of the other similar software is because they use flight students. And so they're getting a little break on their end, and so they're passing that along. But, you know, another thing that I mentioned is that oftentimes you'll see city participation. So if
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna
if we buy the software, then a lot of times the cities, if they want access to that software, and this company, Eagle View, they don't charge for additional users. It's one fee, that's it. It doesn't matter how many, you can have one user or you can have 100 users. And so if the cities do want access to our information, then they pay the county for that.
So are they gonna do anything with ponds and dams?
Well, it'll pick all that up.
They will?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one thing we needed to,
This won't replace what's out there on our website.
I understand.
Okay.
It's gonna work in conjunction with it,
You're getting out of your
or it'll
lane.
dump into it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Will
But,
this be
so-
compatible with the new website that we don't have?
I mean, I feel, yes, I mean, surely. I feel certain it would be. You know, Eagle View is a national company. There are multiple counties in the state that use it, and they have seen an increase in their tax base, a significant increase. So. And I think additionally, you know, I certainly don't want to replace humans, but I think we could see a cost savings from that standpoint as well.
Well, so.
And make sure I understand, so we paid $126,000 up front for it, and then if we want it updated every 3 years, we pay an additional $42,050 a year.
Let me look at the quote.
Yeah, it's just on this sheet, I don't know.
So the actual,
Right, it's a pretty big
Well,
lane.
I think it's
line that I was
something
looking
should
at
be-
was
we talked
the
about
1 and
that.
3 inch combo.
Just-
And yes, for them to do it every 2 years, for them to fly every 2 years and get it updated every 2 years, that would be 75,600 a year.
Well, see, we didn't have that.
Oh, okay. Did you just give the,
We have
Okay.
63, it says 63 on ours.
42.
3 years is
There were
42.
3 options. I'm sorry I picked the wrong one to give y'all.
Okay,
okay.
all right, that's fine. Got it.
Would this be the cheapest one now?
so you said you have 63 up there?
For 2 years.
So
For 2
that's
years.
3-inch countywide, and I'm fine with doing 3-inch countywide. The 1-inch, I was, if we had the 1-inch and the 3-inch combo, then that would be more beneficial to like the sheriff's department, or, as they're coming in and
But y'all
looking
have
at-
had training. You kind of know this right now.
So we've not had full training. We've had a demo. He sat with us for a day and did a walkthrough to show the benefits and how the program works.
How quickly would this, I mean,
Come on board.
yeah, when would you have,
When would they fly?
yeah,
Very quickly. They try to fly in the winter, so they
When
have
the
more
leaves.
visibility.
Yeah.
So it would be most likely in the fall, maybe January.
Formerly, it was in January.
Yeah, I think when they typically fly, they do it in January, but it could be sometime in the fall, as the leaves.
The marijuana plants will be already made by then.
yeah, that's good.
So were you asking about the dams?
Yeah.
Okay. You are asking though, that, number one, let's get this, but number two, would we consider putting it in our budget?
I would
Instead of
like to
yours.
see it, again, I mentioned, if we're responsible for paying the full cost of this program, then as, we support all of, many, many offices. And so as they come to access our work or, the programs that we're supporting financially, then I would like, if we're paying for it, I would ask for
Right.
financial.
I think it's kind of good that
Well,
you're
your
supporting the
predecessor
rest of
felt
them.
the same way.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of nice of you to help out, everybody else. Yeah,
Thank you,
you're a
Steve.
team player. Thank you for that. Yeah.
All right.
But truly, we supply a multitude of reports and a lot of information to the other offices,
Oh, yeah.
At no cost, and I just feel
So
like
how-
it's
how about
beneficial
this?
to the
How
entire
about if we
county.
split it with you?
Okay,
I mean, we do get benefit out of this for all of our customers. But y'all know if y'all know, man, that our website, our map viewer
Yeah.
is used a bunch, a whole
Yeah.
bunch.
Yeah.
And so, it's got a lot of useful information out there.
and it is important that that information is updated in a timely manner. These things like this do help that. Right now, we're running, and we don't maintain the map. My office does not maintain the maps on the website. We're running 22 maps with 24 tax information. So we're behind.
Yeah.
So when people pull up their tax information, their tax bill that's out there, and they pull up the map to look at it, it doesn't match.
So why are we so far behind?
You talking about parcel, or you talking about the aerial?
I'm talking about the parcel information.
Yes.
But I'm just saying,
They should be like
this is,
updated
this
every
is a
year.
little different, but we online, information is not
Behind.
up to date.
Yeah.
Now, maybe this could help.
So
Bring
does
that
Lance
up.
have all the information he needs to update our maps?
Yes.
Okay.
But the question was, why are we behind?
Well, Lance,
The parcel,
well, that's Lance's responsibility.
the parcel information to me is
So-
the most
so what-
important.
I don't think
And
it's 22 information.
It is 22 information.
It's
22.
it's way behind.
22 parcel maps with 24 tax information. And I'm certainly not trying to go down that road. I'm
So
really
we've had a
trying
lot
to
of
answer your
development in
question.
24 that may not be showing.
Right. And 23.
So I believe that more information is better.
Right.
I think this could be helpful, and if they work closely with the GIS, software. This is a form of GIS software.
Yeah.
And so maybe if we could see something like this, it may improve
So
overall.
Lance is really where the buck stops as far as, and I'm just talking about the parcels.
Updating our
Yeah.
viewers.
So,
Is that where?
so what we do is when a piece of property is sold, it's recorded, the deeds are recorded in the Chancery Clerk's office. My mappers, we download those deeds on a regular basis. They read those deeds and they update the tax information, and they create a new map according to the new legal description. Once they do that, about quarterly, they'll upload that, and so they do it in a program called CAD.
Yeah.
And so because of the way our website's set up, our mappers must then send the CAD information to our GIS, and GIS changes that from CAD to ARC, ARC.
Art viewer.
And then that information is sent to CMPDD to be uploaded to our website.
So is there, you think it's some kind of delay between us and CMPDD?
Yeah.
Because it's,
Could be.
I mean, I asked, and they told me that we should be looking at it quarterly. But-
That's what we like to see.
But it's not. I mean, it's not being updated.
Well, where's
2 years.
22?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Well, that's not why she's here, but,
No, I don't,
but-
yeah, and
but
I
that is a-
certainly, I
that
don't
is a
want
problem.
it on
Right.
record that I,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
if it's CMPDD, we got enough people to go over there, maybe we can bring it up.
Well, it's not their fault.
Well, if it's hung up between Lance,
Well, Lance needs to give them the information and put on the viewer.
okay, and you don't think you think that's where the problem is?
I think that's the only way it can be.
Well, CMPDD may be sitting on it.
Well, look, we need to find out from
We'll find
Lance if it's been up.
All right, we'll find out.
Okay.
I mean, really and truly, we could take Stacy's people, have them send it straight to CMPD, but if we do that, why are we paying Lance?
Well,
My concern, Jay, would be some potential for interruption where as Lance moves data, they've already gotten new data, there could be.
Well, I'm just saying, if we did that, we wouldn't need Lance then.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
So,
following.
yeah, I mean, okay,
All right,
I don't really
we'll work
wanna-
on it.
all right,
well, I don't, yeah.
all right.
So, let's, well, I really don't wanna talk about payroll in the open meeting, but you intend to give out increases this year? Is it in your budget? Or you plan on doing it?
So, I feel like I've done all the increases right now that I plan to do. I tried to, since the day I came in, I was trying to get everyone brought up to a reasonable there, I believe, had not been salary increases in some time in that office. There was a great variety of salaries in there, for roles that people did. And so I tried to balance all of that over the last year and a half. So I feel like I'm good on salaries.
I think you've done a great job setting up job structures, descriptions, your pay levels, that looks very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Get tired of doing this, you can go work in HR somewhere, yeah.
I don't know that, but
but you're good on your salaries.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm okay
Okay.
there.
Good.
And I feel like there are 3 positions that I'm still wanting to staff that, it kind of took me a minute. I did put those positions in the budget last year, and I have not filled those positions. They're not necessarily positions that I would like to just hire anybody for. And so I really have been trying to find the right people.
How did your program go, or going, I don't know if you're still doing it, with the vehicles you were using?
So we got 2 vehicles from the sheriff's department, and we're very grateful for that. One of the vehicles has not performed well. It's left my appraiser stranded multiple times. So I think we're gonna
Where did
move
that
that one.
vehicle come from?
CCs.
Seizure.
Oh, okay.
They both were. And one, I don't think we've had any complaints out of. But, you know, moving on to vehicles, the reason I would like to see vehicles in that office is because they're out
Yeah.
most days. And, you know, it just doesn't make sense for my guys to be spending almost $15,000 in mileage reimbursements in a matter of 10 months. And so I just feel like I would like to have a vehicle, you know, 4 vehicles total.
How many do
But-
you have currently?
Well, 1.5.
Oh, wow, so that was it, that was your first one?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And so I did put in the budget for 2 new vehicles. Keith mentioned moving another one from another department. I'm fine with that. I just
Yeah.
need one that runs.
Dependable?
Yes. And I think, you know, right now, I don't have a solid way to keep up and verify their mileage that they're
I got
turning
you.
in.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, getting those seized vehicles be kind of tricky sometimes, you know, how our guys out in some certain neighborhood, that's old dealer right there, you know? He's back at it.
and I do think ultimately we will see
There
a
might be
cost
some wrap on it
savings.
or something.
Well,
Rankin County wrap.
Yeah, tax collector.
And not to mention just
That might be worse.
Yeah.
accountability, you know.
Yeah, right, right.
Sounds like we need to invest in a good tow truck to keep you
So,
rolling.
we have, you know,
Bond's
we
got
did our
one.
bond, but we're gonna be ready this month to get started. So where do y'all stand with the architect and us getting ready to bid it out?
I think we're good on the
Y'all
designs we've
finished
seen.
design?
I feel like I
Okay.
think we got a final,
All right.
Don't forget
We
that,
fixing to move.
that there's 2 folks
yeah,
that, so you need to also visit with your
verify
tax
with
collector.
collector.
Well, she'll be here shortly.
Yeah, I think so. So I do want to compliment Stacy in particular for how cooperative she has worked with the architects on the design and the layout of the new facility. And I really appreciate that, the approach and everything. It's gone really, really well to date. So thank you
good.
for that.
And thank you for getting your employees, what Jay said, positioned and under the right, well, the salary base and the job description and stuff like that. And I really appreciate the fact that you're not now saying, we just, you know, we got this leveled out, but I want some more money. I want all of us to get on the same page where we address that during budget, you know? So, thank you.
So we
Well,
are,
thank y'all for,
intending on doing a cost of living increase. So, have you incorporated that in her budget? Okay, all right.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Quick
Okay.
reminder that
We'll do that in executive session.
Okay.
state law funds the vast majority of Stacy's budget.
Yeah.
The reappraisal is 1 mil, and so if you look, when you look at Stacy's budget, you start from the perspective that somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2.1 to 2.2 million dollars of her budget is already subscribed by the 1 mil reappraisal. So you're talking about the funding, assisting in funding the difference between her budget request and what the 1 mil reappraisal is gonna provide in terms of revenue to that office. So it's unique to the tax assessor. I pointed out, only because Stacy's here, I point that out. It's a little different looking at her situation as compared to even the other elected officials, because her revenue source is kind of static with that 1 mil reappraisal. Hopefully that makes sense to you.
Yeah, sure.
that's right. So essentially, we're collecting that 1 mil from every taxpayer.
That's correct.
And so the general fund essentially is making up less than, around 400,000, I guess,
So,
of my budget.
you said you were going up 100 and something thousand?
143.
Yeah, I think it is, yep. I think it's 143.
Am I looking at the wrong thing? Cause I'm looking at prior year actual
Mine
and
looks
then
the same.
requested.
Well,
Where did you see
that
that before?
prior year actual
wrote
is
it
what's
down
been
for
spent
you.
up to this point.
Oh, okay, all right, so we don't have your last year's budget on here then?
The approved budget for last year? Last year, my approved budget
Oh, here it
amount
is, I
was.
see it, it's
Two
on the
point
left.
four
I'm
nine
sorry.
six eight eight.
Yeah, I got it, never mind.
Yeah.
I got it. I was a little slow.
Oh, and this year, 2.632. Okay, got it.
This is the
And you know, now, let me mention, there are a couple of individuals in there, but I think Wanda's already worked this in there, that have received certifications, that are being paid out.
Okay, yeah.
You have mandatory increased salary where there's certain markers where they meet education requirements in different positions. So if they do that, they qualify. There's a delay in when they get the certification and when their actual pay increase comes online. There's typically a lag in there somewhere, but, yeah.
All right, good deal. You need anything else from us? All right, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Y'all good?
All right. Good morning. Come on up. You're the next contestant on Price is Right. Well, I was gonna say, cut your budget.
Yeah.
Fine, you know, that's fine, we'll just take taxes slow.
Yeah. Since you won't be like that, you know?
Mine's easy, I didn't really change anything on mine.
What changes are you making?
Looks like 61,000.
On,
$100,000 increase, basically?
on which part?
On your whole budget.
It's right
Well-
around 136.
Okay.
Okay, 136,000, okay.
It doesn't do calculations on the report.
Okay.
All right. So you got your area ready to go? We ready to go out for bid for our building?
New building.
I'm,
Y'all finished though?
Yeah.
right? Okay,
I think I'm
Alright.
good. I mean, just the details now,
yeah.
yeah.
Adam Haver with JH&H sent out some elevations, and I like it, it's a
Yeah.
nice looking building. It's nothing flashy at all. It's very much in keeping with kind of a more modernized look to.
So where's the drive-through gonna be? I hadn't seen the building.
It's gonna be on the far west side.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
you're facing.
So you'll go around the building, come in? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many are we gonna have?
How many?
Drive-through?
Just one.
One?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's, because it goes this way,
yeah,
to make sure that people can,
go around.
yeah, you've gotta, which one is more than none, so,
Yeah.
you know, but there's not enough room, and with the way you have to send tags and some of the information, it's really hard, I mean, we'd be spending a lot of money for one of those things to,
Right.
Yeah,
you know,
Such big
so
stuff.
just a drawer is
plenty.
gonna be
Okay.
perfect, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and that really has been one of the biggest things on the design, is to make sure there's exit way, so that nobody if you're not in the drive-through, you don't wanna be stuck in the drive-through.
Right, you're not
So to
blocking
be
the
able to-
traffic
Yeah.
flow.
That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's really, I think, been the hardest part of the design.
Yeah.
It's a great location.
Yeah.
Highly visible, easy to get in and out of, but it is long and narrow, which makes the movement of traffic on the site a little challenging.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Caroline and Stacy have both been very thoughtful and helpful with the architects to try to figure out what's the best way to orient both your parking, your ADA compliance, and take care of your traffic flow. So we think we've got a good plan. And as long as there's a few things we need to tidy up and button up, right? There's space within where Caroline's got some thoughts about what's the best utilization of particular areas. But as we move through the process, we may come up with a different idea right on the fly there before we get a tight construction drawing.
Yeah. All right.
What about the one out here, you talking about redoing this one, the Brandon?
It just like, our counters are actually, like, you know, it's that fake.
Formica.
Yeah, and they're peeling, some of our.
Minor stuff.
Yeah, some of our drawers truly don't, I mean, I don't know that it's truly what I call cosmetic, ultimately. Their spaces just need some, again, some of the drawers don't need, I mean, you have to.
They just need to be repaired.
Yeah.
Did you put that in your budget?
Well, I mean, I think so.
Okay. All right.
Other
I mean, that's gonna be
construction.
minute.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Repair
Yeah.
and stuff, but it's gotta be done or it'll fall apart.
It's not just a drawer, right?
I mean, it's the whole cabinet itself needs replacing. Is that what you're wanting?
Well, for the front counter, now, the other thing that we've included in here is the drive-through window.
Well, that's what I-
because- Yeah, it needs a whole new space. The drawer itself, it's very hard to find someone, like, we're gonna have to contact, I've told Keith this, that in working with this other building, since we're doing a drive-through, now is the perfect time to talk to those people. Those drawers, you would think it's super easy and any company can come out and put them in, but they can't. It also has to be tied to a speaker, which are a couple $1,000s, which I don't understand. But anyway, so there's just the mechanism of that window lets heat and cold. It's terrible in the wintertime if you work the drive-through. It's just, so that one needs to, basically that whole wall needs to be cut out and redone.
And do you have a quote on that? Do we have any idea?
No, and that's what, like I said, it's very hard to find someone, and it's gonna have to be a contractor, and so since we're working with this new build, I feel like now is prime time to maybe get that all at once.
J.L. Jones always said, wear your coat.
No heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no heat, wear your
Yeah,
coat.
look, we just plug in heaters,
Yeah.
you know.
It might be cheaper to kind of buy the employee a good, nice jacket and a little floor heater.
I feel pretty sure it's already there.
I was gonna say, I don't wanna say the floor heater's there, but it might be.
I think we probably, in this building, probably got 20 or 30 of them.
The air's running and the heat's going up under the, I
Yeah.
don't understand it.
That's why we can't get that air worked out.
That's why we gotta get that new, new fancy
Thermostat,
thermostat.
Yeah, right.
5,000 a pop.
All right, I guess if you could, just come back in about 30 minutes when you can figure out how to cut that 136.
Yeah.
Remember, that also includes the new raises.
The
Okay.
cost of living, the 1,000, you know.
Right.
And new utilities and stuff out of the new bill?
Well, that won't be until 2027.
Yeah. They won't.
I mean, I would love for it to be in 2026,
Six.
but,
I don't think so.
yeah, I
It
don't
is
think
too.
that's,
All right, and you
You don't think we can get it done in a year?
Ribbon cutting in early 27, yes,
Yeah.
sir. That has been communicated consistently to our architects.
Man, I kind of like the idea of ribbon cutting in December.
We
Well,
will
we'll communicate
sir.
that for sure.
Just so you know, qualifying is January.
We will do what we can to communicate that.
All right.
They've been moving at warp speed,
Mm-hmm.
and I
It's
hope
thinking,
y'all
isn't it?
y'all picked up, I hope you picked up on what I'm telling you, is that our folks are not delaying the process.
Yeah.
They are working cooperatively with the architects to make sure this is going.
all right.
All right.
And so again, I complimented Stacy, I also compliment Caroline on her willingness to come and work cooperatively with the architects and turn stuff around when information is needed. Been right there doing what she needed to do. So I really am hopeful that we are under construction in early 26.
Okay,
All right, good.
absolutely.
Caroline, your salaries and everything, you're good.
Everything, the only change that I'm really making is, Carla went to purchasing, so I'm kind of redoing her position, so I wanna rehire for the person that is now assuming her responsibilities. And then I need a backup bookkeeper, so I'm trying to hire a staff accountant for that. But it's really just kind of moving, taking what I have and making.
And you're good, y'all, both of y'all, with taking that type business up in the budget time of the year
Mhm.
next year.
Yes,
And
yeah.
let's just do it once a year.
Yeah, the only thing that will be different really for us for not this year,
Yep.
like I said, for this year, I'm just kind of making some tweaks within what I have. I don't think it added dollars, but if it did, it wasn't a lot. But, next year, we need to think about that Flowwood office because of the drive-through, that'll
Yep.
be an additional person.
Yep.
So that would be really, long-term, that's what we're
Or you
looking
don't think you
into.
can just take one of the ladies there now, or people there now?
You're taking them off the front line,
The infantry.
yeah.
How many you have there, 4 or 5?
There's 4 that work permanently up front, and then I've got one that hops back and forth because she's the supervisor. So she's supervising Flowood and Richland, so she's in and out some.
So she fills in where needed.
I've never asked this, and y'all might know, but what's the amount of people that come through the Flowwood currently
So
versus this?
Flowood and Brandon really neck and neck. I'd say Flowood is at about 85% of what Brandon does. I mean, those are obviously where most of our business is done. Richland is tiny, but on Fridays, for some reason,
busy.
it's slammed.
But the assessors, we're not doing any kind of,
To my knowledge, I'm not aware of anything going on in Richland from the
No.
assessor standpoint.
okay,
No, I
it's just
don't-
y'all
yeah.
over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they used to have somebody that would go a couple of months out of the year to Richland, but Stacy relocated that to Flowood. So, and now, I mean, there's really not room for them in Richland unless Pat had that other office kind of in the back. They would sit in our area sometimes, but he had a specified office, and when they redid that building down there, what was that, 2 years ago? They removed that office, so they had to be in our spot and just at a little station, and it's a lot. And so Stacy put that in Flowood.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just one more thing on the building, I know y'all didn't ask, but, kind of the thought process that we've had for the design is really to, more like a bank in a way. Just, we've had a lot of security questions and answers from the architects, and just trying to really make sure that it's user-friendly, but also
Yeah.
keeping in
Secure.
mind that we've got 2 offices that handle mad people sometimes, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So, all right.
Thank you,
Thanks, y'all.
Caroline.
Thank you.
Do you need this stuff?
All right, next.
Hey, so the assessors deal, what did we go with, 3 years or 2 years?
We haven't decided that yet.
Y'all have to tell me, when I gave you the wrong number, she's actually running on that house.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was the option she told me, but apparently.
Her option was
So if we
70
split it
something.
with her, her actually budget should come down a little bit. But no, we're not gonna charge the cities to get access to this information.
Well, I think we
Well, I don't-
should.
I don't
I
think
think
Why
we
not?
should.
Why
You
not?
mentioned the reappraisal for recent too.
Just,
The reappraisal is across the board, every tax-paying citizen, including city dwellers.
Yeah, so,
So the idea of helping to fund that, I don't know.
yeah,
And
no.
the funds are coming from you guys,
So,
regardless of where they are.
Exactly.
It's a county nightmare to split.
to split it out,
Well, it just, we have to remember that, we can do it.
I don't think it'd be that big a deal. Us pay half that fee. So the reason why, we do need to identify our ponds or lakes we have specifically
back on that.
for new construction. I mean, we need to know if somebody wants to come put in a development somewhere, well,
Oh,
if
a
there's
big
a
dam.
high hazard dam
Right.
next door.
Right.
We should
Yeah.
find that in the water study.
Yeah, so USDA
They control it.
is kind of in charge of what accounts for a high hazard dam. They classify that. So I'm a little curious about taking our aerial photography and just spotting something. We have to check it against some other database to know whether or not that's actually a high hazard.
Okay.
Right? They may already be marked on
Well,
the
if-
system somehow.
Well, if USDA already has it, then why can't we get that
I think
information?
we can get that information, but making that We
It
need
could
to
just
find
be
out some
another layer.
details. We just need to find out some details.
Yeah.
I agree totally with what Jay's saying, but I don't want to inflame our people that may have a 2 acre, 3 acre, 4 acre pond, and they think that we're intruding. Now here you are again wanting to, come out and, you know, see, measure my pond or whatever. I think if it's identified as a high hazard, then we should respect that and not allow somebody to build.
Right.
But just to,
Or if they do build,
Well-
he would need to know he's responsible for repairing that dam or making it a high hazard place.
Yeah, I don't think we
do
want to be.
you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
It's
We don't
just-
want to be in the high hazard dam determination business. We let the feds do that.
Yeah.
But we do need to mark it on
And-
our system.
We should find that with our water studies. You know, every development, I'm saying that I need a stormwater study, well, even though it's maybe not stormwater, that should be picked up.
Oh,
The
how?
drainage, the way, the drainage.
Well, if somebody got a big old pond or lake, that's not gonna be picked up on any kind of
Well,
drainage.
The way the
Mo-
drainage around it.
And most of your ponds and lakes are done in a hollow where water's
Where
on
it's a
traveling, and
stream.
they just dam it up, and that water's still gonna go that same route after it come out.
Well, I understand those situations, but there's also a lot that are not
You
like
really
that,
think
you
they
know?
are?
Yeah, well, people go out and build a,
High hazard dam.
no, no.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I don't think they are.
Okay. All right, I'll let you take care of that then, Jay. I'm gonna let you.
What are we working on now?
Road.
Man, so, what is this first one here?
Yes, it could-
21,
225.
325, what
Hey,
we
Mike,
done.
before
sir.
we get started, and you know, get all mad and all that, I wanna commend you on our roads.
Thank you.
We gave you a lot of money and you sure put it to work.
Yeah,
And
this year we did, I'm looking at it, we did 82 miles of overlay, 52 miles of chip seal, and 61 miles of micro this year. So, yes, y'all appreciate it.
Well,
It's-
and-
It's helped us get around the county a lot.
Clearing the roads, I mean, I think our county roads are in the best shape they've ever been.
Yes, sir.
So
Just gotta
overlay
keep
was,
'em there.
how much was overlay?
It's cost a lot of money to get them here.
Oh,
Overlay
have,
was 82 miles,
you have what we spent
52
Just
on
overlay.
chip seal,
over the
61
last few
on
years.
micro.
It's gonna be on that, where it says 545 on the right.
I only have this, man. Oh,
It's on the-
is this it?
it's on the-
It's on here? Sure, sure.
Right here. It's overlay.
Repairs of roads and bridges.
Yeah, that's all contracted road. That's the only way we can break it down.
What is this use tax?
That's the use tax money you receive from the state.
Oh, okay. And then this is how much we've spent
That's
on
paid.
asphalt.
Asphalt and chip seal and all that.
Yeah.
Where's that in that sheet? What sheet you want?
The
Middle
one.
page.
That's 545.
Okay, I see it.
So that, the use tax is coming in this,
So,
how much,
This is
is
what
it
we
gonna be,
actually
still around that $4 or $5 million?
what, does it show what we budgeted?
Can't even listen to you.
I don't have the budget amount on there.
Okay. Well, I mean,
On this year, Jay,
Over the last 5 years, since we've
because
been getting it,
like
it has
last year.
It's steadily going up. Well, if you look at the, 24 to 25, it's up 300,000.
well, I mean, overlay in the last 5 years has went up 65%. That's what you're looking for. I'm looking at the number I've got. 5 years ago, from the price it was 5 years ago to today, we're up 65%.
Yeah, this is just
For
a
asphalt.
But I mean, there's this one's one account, this one,
We have,
this one is.
That's probably,
we had an opportunity to get.
actually, my highest thing that's up is gas. It's 59% higher
Yeah,
than
I guess he's showing.
than it was 5 years ago.
The same.
Well,
measure.
that was
Right.
low
That's how much was coming
Yeah,
in.
we-
time back
That's
then.
right.
But you got a really
21
good
million is what got
contract
spent, basically,
on the asphalt last year. Are we still
Well,
getting
yeah, we're still bouncing, I mean, our average is gonna bounce somewhere around, I mean, we're at 102 right now, Steve, but we're gonna probably bounce around this 105, 107 area, average asphalt from now on. I don't see us going. Rock's getting to be too big of a commodity to do. I mean, that's like my gravel cost has went up 46% in the last 4 years. Gravel is getting to be, rock is getting to be a big commodity. Everybody's gotta have it. You gotta have it for your concrete, you gotta have it for your asphalt. And those guys are really bundling up that gravel price, and your big corporations are gobbling every gravel pit up, so they're gonna get to where they control that market. Gravel's gonna be probably one of your highest commodities you're gonna have when this is all over with. Rock is getting to be, cause it ain't making it no more. And we're not like in Kentucky where it's just mountains of it and stuff like that. We have to dig it out of the ground, they just tear a hill down up there, you know. So, that's where I'm seeing the biggest cost and increase is coming from. It's controlling, gravel's gonna get to where it controls the market of asphalt and concrete. And I don't think we do anything that don't consist of some kind of gravel in it.
Right. You'd think by this time, I mean, decades or hundreds of years of using gravel, we'd have some kind of artificial product.
Yeah, synthetic.
Yeah.
And they do, you know, we've looked at some of that artificial product, like granite artificial, like in our micro to keep it black.
Yeah.
It's like 3 times the cost, you know, of regular rock.
Anything that's man-made is gonna
Yeah,
cost more.
it's just, the cost is, cause we really looked at that. You know how that micro will turn gray is cause we use limestone in it. If you use that granite rock,
Yeah.
which is black, it would stay black. But it would triple the cost of the micro.
Yeah.
I got a couple loads of 18-wheeler loads of granite up there at the old yard.
Grind it up.
Yeah, y'all grind it up, I give it to you.
See, it just don't do, that's what they do with it. I mean, it's just that stuff, but somebody's gotta grind it, handle it. But you're looking at, you know, we added 5 million toward the end of the year this year to my budget. So that's a reflection of where we was at. We started with somewhere around 8 million and 545. But $1.5 million of that went to Gunner Road. It didn't go to asphalt now. So $500,000 of that for just Gunner Road. So we ended up with somewhere around 6.5 and 545 last year budget.
Yeah.
Where we started at. But like I said, we had some legislative money, and that's been a good thing. We've had some money the last few years, some extra money.
That we're not probably gonna get no more.
Well, yeah, I mean, due to our staff that's reached out and got some stuff, but I'm looking over at Craig, I think that well's running dry a little bit.
When did we start?
Right now, you have an appropriation
So we added.
request from Senator Highsmith and Senator Wicker for $5 million to help you with your deadfall.
We actually started it.
And that has survived the initial budget process. So possibly, by the end of the year, we will know whether or not they're gonna get everything worked out in Congress where they can actually pass something. Visited with our congressman earlier this week, and he indicated that he believed that even if they are forced to adopt another continuing resolution, that there will be language in the CR that actually approves appropriations that are standing.
So this has everything.
So
Where we're at.
that gives me hope that even if they can't get everything worked out and actually get a budget passed, even if they can't do that, we may get some funding.
So where are we at?
For the trees.
Would that funding that we received, would that,
Oh, on here.
that could come back and reimburse? I mean, we've been keeping records of what we've been doing.
You know how it works. It's it's gonna go through, my understanding is that that's an appropriation that would go through MEMA. And I would anticipate that it would be a reimbursement model.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
And it
that
would
one goes,
probably
see,
be
this one goes
limited
to-
in how far
Yeah.
back you can go. But we would certainly try to capture as much that we've already spent as we could out of that appropriation.
Right.
As long as MEMA will allow us to do that.
Is there, do you know,
No, that's
you know,
what
we
I'm thinking.
didn't ask for anything this
That's
past session because we were told there wasn't gonna be any.
Yeah, so now we're talking about state legislation.
We're talking about state.
Yeah,
So where's the use tax funds?
And we respected that, so we didn't ask.
Included
That's right.
in there.
But,
Now, it's on the revenue side.
They found nearly $400 million.
The 4.3
And
tax money is always in here because we have to report what was.
where'd that go? I mean, we were told there was no money.
Yeah, that was the surplus that they were already sitting on.
So we gotta at least be 4.
But they held it because they were worried that what was fixing to happen to Medicaid reimbursement was going to suck every dollar they had just to cover their current Medicaid exposure.
Of that.
And they're not,
Use tax.
that exposure
So
was
far
not
that-
as severe as they thought it would be.
The disaster that they thought was gonna happen hasn't happened yet, but they're still worried.
We're getting,
Okay.
we're budgeting 4.3 million.
If Trump
They spend 6
pulls the
million.
plug on Medicaid funding, reimbursement to the states,
Oh, so I was thinking it had to be just the other way.
that
Like we
is
got whatever.
that ain't a
We had
hole
to
in the
do
dike.
4 on.
Right.
That's a
Oh, we
truck
don't have to
that just
match
ran
it.
through
I
the
know,
dike.
No,
Or
you just have to
Mississippi.
show
Every
you
dollar
spent
that
what
400
you
million
received.
just
Sure is.
Alright. Okay.
gone.
Okay.
It's a $600 to $800 million a year.
And I didn't see this on
Gorilla.
this one, but this is
So-
the misleading on the equipment.
Yeah, our surplus is primarily state because
Offset those.
we are so beholden to federal
Yeah.
funding at state level that if the funding at the federal level sucks up, the responsibility for us to pay for our own stuff overwhelms what we're able
What
to
is
generate.
bridge equipment?
So I think the leadership, they had their reasons. I think some of the leadership up there at the state level wants to make the local political subdivisions pay their
We
own way.
definitely raised it up.
They're tired of funding local projects. That's just the truth of the matter. They don't like to have to do that because it's politically risky for them. You see what happens when they don't do it
Yeah.
one year?
Some excavators.
They have to answer a lot of hard questions, and so they're trying to move
So last
away
year, we
or
still netted money
reduce the requesting
brought in.
at the local level, so that they've got better control over what monies the state does have.
His cash
It's almost this idea, well, if you got any surplus, you gotta give it to the cities and the counties.
Like that now, have we not put the money?
And I think they're tired of that.
You gave me 5.
They won't say that, but I think they are.
Alright.
That's why it looks,
That's why it came out.
So they use the federal risk as a good excuse for telling the locals, you ain't getting no money this year.
Okay.
What are you doing as far as,
Do you think our guys, did their due diligence
Oh, yeah.
in trying to get whatever we can get?
I think, we've got some that are so well placed, though,
I just thought I might have missed it somewhere.
where they are, they have to stay very tight with the top of the food chain. And if the top of the food chain is saying, we're not giving anything to locals, no matter how aggressive he wants to be to try to help us, he can't step out of line with what the big dog is saying, right?
Yeah.
He just can't. So, we listened, and we were patient, and we made it clear.
Yeah.
We will be back. This request will come back. We do expect help. Figure out how to get us help.
He's requesting less than what he got last year.
I think we'll get some help.
He's identified he wants to give out raises.
Those are including the raises.
All right, Mike, what you looking for?
y'all gotta tell me, cause yeah, I look for as much as we can get, you know, but I mean,
But I'm talking about your
but yeah, I mean,
plans and what have you got,
So,
one thing, I mean, I tell you, I mean, it take, to stay on budget with our plan, with our paving plan that we have, you know, we need to be really doing about $10 million. I know, hey, we don't have the money to do that much. We was able to do it this year, and it made a big impact, but, you know, we won't be able to do that every year. So, I mean, I'm a realistic guy. I mean, I know we got X amount of money coming in, and we've got to make it work. So, you know, biggest thing I've got, I think, me and Keith and Wanda said over, you know, we won't be able to go like we've been going for the last 2 years. I mean, everybody's got to understand that. I mean.
Well, I mean, I think there's gonna be some bond projects that's gonna, I mean, like Glenn, I'm really not sure on. But
Yeah, I know,
He's
like-
gonna be
like-
spending a lot of money in his
There's gonna be some
district.
bond projects to catch that area up, and then I've got Steve that's gonna, you know, gonna fall behind, cause he's needing that much money in that district, and, you know, then I've got to maintain my other districts and keep them up too, you know, so, I mean, it's just like maintenance on a house, guys, I mean,
Yep.
just cause you paint it one time, don't mean you're through with it.
That's right, sure.
Well, I mean, and you gotta keep up, you know, like as far as your roads and stuff, I mean, you,
But equipment wise, you know, we're pretty, I mean, we cut some stuff, you know, we had some stuff in there that I think would've made life a little easier, but we'll make it like we always been making for 10 years like that, you know, but we cut that cost back, everything, I think it's just kinda where we're gonna be at. About the only thing I've got is, I've got 1 or 2 new guys that I'm slowly moving into management, you know, on it, assistant managers, and, you know, as far as raises for them, I think me and Keith talked, I can do that within my budget right now, as long as we don't get carried, but, I mean, they're gonna need a lift up more than just a regular cost increase,
So,
you know.
Well, you heard us, we want everybody to come in October, or this time of year,
This time, yeah.
so we don't have to, if we can.
Yeah, but I'm not doing across the board like I did last year, Jay. I mean, I've just got my management staff that needs a little bit of lifting.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't lifted them in none of this. You know, I mean, they've gotten the percentage raise, but when we did the raise last year for the guys, I did not include management in those raises.
Okay.
And, we left the management out of it, and we gave it to the guys. And I feel like, kind of like Stacy, I feel like we've kind of got our guys lined up right now a lot better than what we was. You know, our labor cost in the 5 years is up about 30%.
and I know
That's all
material,
we've increased it in 5 years. I don't think that's too bad, you know.
Yeah.
For what we've been through with COVID and everything else, I mean, on that. So just try to compete, but I think we're in the market right there where we're not where the private sector is, but we, like I said, we got insurance, we got retirement, we got some benefits that other people don't have. Just the biggest thing is the workforce, and I think probably Sheriff, everybody experiences it, you know, as far as the working world out here, there's nobody coming up to do the work we do.
Right.
I mean, when these guys retire, man, trying to find a guy to replace them is absolutely hard.
how many we're on a program where we work with some of the schools, are we getting very many that participate?
It's kinda hit and
or-
miss, Sid, you know. I think I've gotten 1 young fella out of it out of 2 years, but hey, that's one guy, you know. I
Right.
mean, but we're talking about 6 kids a year, you know. so
Right. That's why I was
percentage-wise-
wondering how many-
Percentage-wise, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was just wondering how many kids, you know, participate, or are we allowed to
Yeah.
participate in that
And-
program?
And we've tried to do that program. I think we can grow that program.
Right.
But as we grow that program, it's gonna be another cost, cause you're gonna really have, we just kinda work it in with our work schedule and stuff right now.
Right.
I don't have a dedicated person to say, okay, this is what you do and do every day. Yes, I'd love to get that way, and I think I could talk to the school, and it's a cost thing we could split to do that, you know, but, we just haven't got there yet.
I just know I talked to, some of them, I think that Rideout kid, I
Yeah, he
think
signed up, you know.
he signed up and was gonna do it, and I just think it's something good to offer, because not every kid wants to go to college.
Well, it's just
You
like,
know, and it gives 'em-
like a man told me the other day, he's got a construction company, he said the first thing, he said by his secretary desk, there's a shovel sitting in the corner. When you come in to do an application, our question is what is that in the corner? If he don't know what that is, they pretty well don't take an application. But I mean, they're in the hand digging business, if you don't know what shovel is, you pretty well in trouble. But, I mean, you'd be surprised how many
Hey.
kids don't know.
No, I can tell you.
I mean, don't know the difference between a
I had-
sharpshooter or square point, you know.
I had a guy that grew up in Pisgah. He was in 11th grade, and I handed him a shovel. He didn't know how to use it. He didn't know where to put his foot.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd never done.
They don't know how to use it. I mean, like our post office dude, most people,
Yep.
everybody thinks you just gotta slam them in the ground and, I mean, there's an art to it.
Yep.
And my daddy was as good as a pair as I ever seen, but he dug holes for a living when he got out of school. But he can make a pair of post hole diggers walk through it. And, you know, I struggle, but, yeah, see, I mean, that's the biggest factor we're facing. I mean, I hate to say it, you've got to get, you gotta get more equipment oriented, because you're not gonna find the labor out here to manpower to do it, so you're gonna have to get machines to do more of your work. You know, I think we got some money in deadfall trees still. Me and Keith's got some money in that to go on for a little while next year.
Well, and hopefully we might get some, you know, you heard.
Yeah, but I think that's repayable to us. I think
Right.
we can reimburse ourselves to
Yeah.
it, but I figure what we do is use that money, and then if we get close, I'll do like I've always done, come back to the board and talk to y'all and see where we at and how we're gonna fund it. You know, the draft program is a big program for us. Our draft is down, it's done. You know, we bought that thing for $30,000 5 years ago, $300,000 machine. We've run it 5 years, but it's toast, you know, but I mean, we've got a contract thing working good. We've had to shut it down because we run out of money, you know, with it, but, and so, but I think all that saves me on the manpower of doing it, because it takes too much manpower. I mean, that's about an 8-man crew that runs that operation. So for us to run it, that would pull guys off the road crews. So we're trying to stick with some of this stuff as contract stuff, because we just don't have so much manpower.
So,
Yes, sir.
where we at? I know we said something about buying some boom trucks for debris.
I'm waiting on the bid to come in. I think it's supposed to open the 12th of September. That's what I've got a deal on that.
That's what, September?
Yes, sir.
That's next month.
Yes, sir.
Damn, son, you took a while to get this going, didn't you?
It takes a while to get the specs and redo the specs and get it advertised.
All right.
Mike, how many machines do we have, you know, like the long arm we have, you know, cutting?
Look out.
I'm not talking about going as high as a giraffe, but I just know there's a lot of roads that needs the limbs cut back.
We have one that's, we keep it running enough to go do special projects. It's a very expensive tool. Tractors, these tractor rigs, ag tractors are just not holding up.
They not
We bought them
designed to
things.
cut them big limbs.
We
off
only
that
have
road.
one doing that?
Yes, sir.
I thought we had one in like
No, we've always had two,
two? Okay.
but I mean.
Yeah, you had a north and a south.
That's right. And
But
usually,
now
and
it's
what we did when bush hog season was
They
over
designed
with,
cut like
we just,
hedge
with that
bushes.
one
That's
work
fine.
south
They
and
cut
one
the
work
limbs
north.
like
Yeah.
that. just
We done
beats
got
them
out of
apart.
one now.
Bushings.
Wow.
Is the other one broke?
Other one just boom and everything it just gave out, it
Wore
won't
out.
hold up.
So what are we getting done about keeping that maintenance done? As far as cutting the trees back?
We're working that one north and south as we can.
Is that sufficient? I mean, are we staying on top of it?
No, I can answer that. I'm out of the department.
We are on
Yeah,
some roads, these little roads, no, they're starting to get away from us a little bit, Jay.
Well, I think you can do the spray deal like we've been doing.
The spray is helping out a lot. You know, we
It-
are doing the wall spraying, you know, that is
It's
helping.
helping, but it's still, some of these has gotta be
But we
cut
can't
back.
spray everything because of people's got yards and that's what we have to do is run around and take care of that stuff.
So if you budgeted this year for repairing that,
No, sir. We didn't have the money. So I didn't put it in there.
well, you could have the money, you're just gonna have to not buy something else.
everything I got on that list is pretty valuable to what we got to do every
What are your plans this year, your equipment turnover? What are your big expenses?
We cut it, I mean, we're gonna swap out our big track hoe. I think that's our biggest line item, am I right? I'm looking, I don't have my list on me, Jay. We slashed it pretty good, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're keeping our mini excavators another year or two. Not a whole lot on the equipment list this year. I mean, I know we got some stuff, but this stuff has got to be replaced.
Yeah, I don't have a clue how to read that, so.
So looking at your budget,
Yes,
where
sir.
we started off at, the original budget was 20 million, and you're requesting 17.6.
Yes, sir.
So I know a good portion of that was, we took some asphalt money out.
Yes, sir, that should reflect to the money last y'all gave to me when in this, it went into my budget, so it reflected the top line. If I'm understanding it right too, Jay. Original budget should have been 15 million when we started last year.
No, 20.
20, yeah.
It went up to where we're currently at 25.
Okay, 25, okay.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, we did cut your budget 3 million
Yeah.
roughly, or 2,400,000.
We
Something
call
like
it
that.
three, we call it three kicks of good.
Well, and we had some cash items budgeted
cut.
last year as well.
One-time purchases.
They like round
Like,
numbers.
we bought that chipper and that was
in
1
that
point
20
something million.
That was over $1 million.
Yeah.
Chipper.
Air burner.
We're getting close to getting all of that set up.
Yes, we're getting real close. I mean, I've got electrician quote email on phone I was looking at a while ago to do the electrical grant.
916.
That's about all we like, getting electrical, just minor stuff button up, but
Is
it's just.
everything going good with the city?
Okay.
I ain't had no problems there, but I did get roped the other day that we gotta get some permits on some other sites that they seen us disturb. So, I've got to get that done. He said, y'all moved dirt, and I said, no, sir, we have not moved no dirt.
Right. Mike cleaned up our
DA
DA
property.
building site and it looked really good.
So,
But some of this is one.
I kinda let Mr. Baker realize what we were doing the other night on Sunday.
I met with the mayor directly and told him everything, so they are on notice about everything we're doing.
but we do, whoever pulls our permits needs to pull the permits.
We
That's-
absolutely
that's-
need the architects working directly with the city to let them know
That he's got.
about our sites and that we're
Get the
going to be
equipment
moving
list
dirt.
for road. What's he buying out of road?
Yeah, it looks like, I got some this and this. I'm gonna hold it. All the site work. I'm selling these and these for replacing these. Mid-size loader, I'll be for recycle, so.
Is that adding one? We're
That's
still
adding.
keeping our other loader?
Yes,
Okay.
We're gonna try to go to an auction and find one.
I'm gonna try to, if y'all wanna
So
approve.
you gonna buy a dozer, a front-end loader, a mini?
No, the minis are coming on. Aren't they?
Yeah, they're staying, those are the ones you're keeping.
What are we buying? What are you got on the list that he's buying?
All right, that's the initial list.
Okay.
That was the wish list, Jack.
Oh, okay.
A tractor with a blade,
Yeah.
What's that?
Just a tractor with like a bionic blade to where we can run around and hit these gravel roads.
Oh,
When I
a
got
drag
my-
blade, okay.
When I got my motor grader busy on
Yeah.
something else, somebody get on the tractor and go hit these gravel roads and bionic blade and blade them out and keep them slick for everybody. Easier to move around.
2 trailers,
Yeah, 2 trail boss trailers.
a milling head for the skid steer, and a sweeper room for the skid steer. And then the dozer. I think that's what we loaded.
Those are in the excavator.
How big a dozer?
Be the same size I've got. See, mine gives me about 4,000 hours on it, time we finish these.
Are you gonna swap it? Are you
Once I
gonna keep
finish,
it?
what I told Keith, my excavator and dozer don't come off until April, I think.
dozer.
The dozer, we bought it a long time ago. But the excavator comes off in April, and what I want to do with all this site work I've got to do is go ahead and put those out for bid in October. Go ahead and get my new equipment in, that'll double my equipment to do these sites. And then once we get through with the site work, we'll let the old equipment go. But the mid-size loader we was gonna get for the recycle center, I was just gonna get approval from y'all to go to auction, like J.M. Woods or Dinko or something like we did with the gravel truck, and see if we can find a, we ain't gotta have a brand new one, but we just need a good decent one back there to handle some trash and keep the air burner and stuff going, cause once we get all that going, that'll all be one function in the unit back
Yeah.
there.
What is,
Go ahead.
what is what shape is the tractor in that the long arm that's no longer functioning in?
Tractor's in fair shape, long arm pretty well done.
How much is one of those cost?
250, 280.
No, just the long arm, not the tractor.
Oh, not the tractor, I don't know what
To
this long
to
arm
replace
costs.
the long arm that mounts onto the tractor.
Not telling you not to, but I don't recommend that.
Why?
Cause usually, I mean, the tractor's not dependable enough. I mean, you
So
put brand
you
new.
would recommend doing them both?
Yeah, I mean, it's a kit that comes. I mean, yeah, you can do it that way, but you're gonna spend $100,000 putting something
Oh, I
on it.
just thought it was an implement you added to it, like,
It's
all that
all
stuff.
made under the belly of it. It's a,
Okay.
Well,
it's a
the
monstrosity.
tractor's normally, what, John Deere y'all run on the,
We,
boom
the
arm?
ones we got right now are John Deere.
I mean, would it help if they were more commercial
if we only had
style
one.
tractors, or,
That needs to be more of a commercial style type unit. I know we did a demo the other day. Me and Sid come by and looked at it.
Yeah.
Of a more commercial style, long arm type deal. Boom was 3 times beefier. I mean, it was a made setup.
It was a good piece.
So
Let me
did you
ask you-
change your operation
Who
to,
does that?
to the guy on the long arm, does he just do it 24/7 every day?
No, it's the only.
No,
brand
we just do it as
Born.
requested, and when we see a road getting to where it is.
So that's what I was.
I mean, our spraying, like Brad said, has really helped a
So
lot.
you don't think we need to?
I think we can keep up with one. I mean, I'm gonna say, yes, we would need to, but I don't wanna go spend, I mean, we're talking about $500,000 on loan, if you go buy them today.
Well, I'm just, but if it's, you know,
But yeah, I can benefit them.
but, I mean, let's say something like Bodie's got that, ain't like a hay mower deal that goes
That
down
buzz
there.
saw
I mean,
thing?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I mean, that thing we looked at, yeah, you can get that. The problem is getting over a ditch, Brad. You know, I mean, you got to get,
But I didn't know if you could mount something like that onto a, like a rubber
well,
track.
we bought,
Traco.
this helped us out a little bit. We bought a boom the other day. This, boom is 16 foot long. It's got a draft blade on it. We bought it. It goes on our skid steers. So I can run out there like, say, you've got a place, a road that says,
but
hey,
that's
it's.
straight
link-
though, right?
Yeah.
So,
The limbs
You
bumping
had
a
to be in the
camper,
ditch.
Yeah,
bumping a
couldn't do
camper or
that.
something like that, I can run out there instead of putting a guy in the back of a dump truck and a pole saw, I can run out there and nip them limbs. But
See,
that,
what I'm talking about.
but
is
like that long arm and that,
I know
and that
what you're talking
draft,
about.
it'll reach
Yeah.
across the
Is
ditch.
there somebody you can contract that out to, before we don't have to buy the
Nobody,
equipment?
I mean, I ain't saying nobody, I don't know if anybody does it commercially, see it, long arm.
I mean, I know that
You seem to
piece
be
of
the only
equipment.
one that seems concerned about our roads growing in.
Who?
You seem to be the only one
Well,
concerned
you
about
in
it.
the city, you don't have any.
It's an
I was
issue up
talking
there
about the
where we
rest of
are.
the guys do.
It's an
Oh,
issue
yeah.
around my house.
It's an
Yeah.
issue, I mean, it's.
I mean, I got a few places, but I mean.
But I mean,
you
it's
know,
like
I
up
call and
there-
Put in a work order.
Like up there on
they
Fannin
knock it
Landing,
out.
we usually go up there once a year and cut all them ditches we can't get with the
But I
bush
get,
hog.
I get a lot of complaints, and I mean, they're legit, you know, when you're pulling out at a stop sign or
Can't see
somewhere,
around it.
and some of these smaller roads that's, what, 12 foot wide, some of them, you know,
But
14
they do
foot.
make a unit, Jay, that's what I was telling some of them y'all was talking, but we did look at a more commercialized unit the other day, it was demoed to me. They brought it down, and we did some cutting, my guys run it. It's twice as heavy a boom, I mean, it's just a more commercialized type piece of equipment that'll do what it's supposed to do, the long arm.
I
you
mean,
know.
it was good,
And see it seen it.
yeah, I seen it did good, but when he told me the price, that's when, I kinda told him he can go back to Tampa, think that's where he come from.
But he don't understand what a long arm costs. I mean, you're
Yeah,
talking about,
I mean, what was it?
we're talking about $20,000 difference between that piece of equipment and rigging up an ag tractor.
Right, I mean, it was
With something
built,
that
it
ain't-
was built and made for,
Twenty
know.
thousand.
Difference.
Difference.
But it's,
500,000 though is what they're talking about.
If
Our
you
whole
buy two
budget
of
is
them.
750.
but you could maybe
yeah.
get one that had low hours on it.
What I'm hoping to do is get, what I would like to do, you know, and I mean, I did not put it in my budget. It would be, I asked if we wanted to add it to it, we'd add it to my budget, get one, try it. If it works out, then we can look at another one next year, and then we'll have two running, and they'll be in 2 different year cycles. You see
Can
what
you
I'm saying?
lease that type of equipment? Is that a lease equipment that you could lease?
No, sir, it's on state contract, you just buy it outright.
But, I mean, there's
I just don't know
companies out
why.
there that you could lease.
Guys, I've got a meeting that I gotta run to, I was explaining why I need to leave.
All right.
A meeting with Chris Pace about a fee in lieu agreement that y'all probably have an interest in talking about on the
Good
15th.
deal.
So,
All right.
I'll.
Are you
go
coming
ahead.
back?
I intend to come back, yes, sir.
Hey, you
So-
text me?
And on that,
Thank you.
Hey,
on that particular,
Craig, do you have a reason that we need to go into executive session?
No, sir, not right now.
Okay,
And I don't think
so if we get finished, we're gonna be finished.
Sir,
No, we may need to go into executive session for.
But I'm talking about, oh, okay,
I don't need any reason.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
but I did check, I was talking to another county the other day, cause they've got one, they've had one for a year, and they like the machine, cause I've checked out, they've sold several of these machines around us and surrounding counties. And I checked with a county the other day, and they're going through, they didn't think it, didn't know whether they was gonna get it, but they was going through, they had actually hired Horn for some reason. It was a grant. And they're actually
Horn,
buying,
the CPA firm?
I reckon so, yeah. He just told me Horn.
Well, I mean, they definitely have diversified. They buying companies and stuff, you know, so.
He said that, he said it's gonna probably take them another year to get it, but they're putting in for a grant for that machine I looked at the other day.
Oh, Horn's doing the grant for them. Okay.
And
Alright.
which, we can get Ronnie to do that, you
Yeah.
know, for us, and that may be our second machine.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
why don't we try that? If there's a grant out there, we need to do it.
But it's supposed to be, he said if you get qualified for it, they'll pay for it 100%,
Who's it through?
forestry. And I'm like, how do you explain a long arm in forestry? And he's like,
They don't ask.
cutting limbs, keeping limbs back, keeping ditches cut back for
Yeah.
fire protection. I was like, okay,
Well, I guess that's true.
they're
You
shooting,
need to be
I
able to
mean,
drive down the road if it's
I
on
thought if
fire.
Horn was going after it,
Yeah.
it's probably
The
a pretty
landfill
legit
fire, you
deal.
can't.
Yeah, yeah.
I would think, wouldn't you? But yes, I would like to get rid of them tractors we got and buy one of these.
Yeah.
I don't know what, you know, we're probably, if we got rid of the tractor, would probably create 80,000, you know,
How much will the new one cost?
New to-
250-ish, am I right, see, is what the man?
New.
Yeah, around
For the
270
good
for one.
For the good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for one that's got the extended boom, different attachments on it.
You think we could get what?
About 270 is what it'd be.
No, what we sell ours for?
80, 70.
That's the one that's working, or is that the one that's broke or halfway
No,
working?
I don't think you'll get, nobody wants to buy them things used. What I would like to do is take the one that's broke, strip it down, and just sell it as an ag tractor.
And you
see
think you get 80 for it?
what I think I can get probably 30 or 40.
Or can you
that
use it for a
tractor
bush
back,
hog tractor?
So where's the 80 come from?
Both of them together.
Oh.
I'm thinking you get 40 apiece.
Oh, wow. So
Hey,
you
did they
sell
op-
the other one as a unit though?
Yeah, I'd sell one as a unit. I'd take the other one and strip it completely out.
Well, heck, that was only one though. I mean, dang. We still down to one.
Hey, that bridge ain't open right now, is it?
No.
Okay, yeah. They must be using it.
Somebody must have mowed the road close. I don't know.
All right, I'm sorry. I just had to ask.
That's a different thing.
It was closed
You're not
this morning,
talking about the
6
same
o'clock
thing
when I
we're
went
talking
through.
about, are we?
Well, yeah, I was
I have not officially opened the bridge, no, sir.
okay, well, I was just,
Cause I told you I would call you if I officially opened it, and I have not.
well, evidently somebody
Oh,
much, thank you.
Mike,
Yeah.
the one that is functional,
Yes, sir. And it may bring more than that.
but
so
it can't limp through,
I can live through another year
and
with
if,
it.
all right, and then if we had a new one,
That's right.
then,
So we're looking at 210,000.
yeah, no, well, no,
If we buy
we
that,
keep one,
We sell the
But we only
tractor, he
have
thinks
40.
we get 40 for it, yeah.
30 or 40, all right. Can you man that thing every day? Because you could run one, say from I-20 north, every day that it's not raining or it's not too wet to run it.
Yes, but typically what we
We've
usually.
got back a ditch stuff
Right.
all over that.
So usually what that guy does is when the bush hogs go out, Steve, he follows the bush
Yeah.
hogs. And he's doing all the cleanup behind the bush hogs. What they can't get,
He can
like
get,
if it's too wet and they can't get
Yeah.
across the ditch, then he gets that. You know, just now it's drying up, bush hogs will get there. Sometimes he has, his first season, first time out in the year, he's real busy. And then he gets to where he can cut limbs and stuff his second round out, but he usually catches that kind of stuff as we go. That's where we used to be.
I don't
We
wanna
got to have
buy
so
it,
much problem with these long arms, we just,
I don't wanna buy it and it sits still half the
No.
time. You know, you only run it 3 days, 2 days a week.
no, this thing will run every day. And the thing is, I mean, what I liked about it, it had so many different attachments. It had that buzz saw attachment like you talking about, Brad, that'll cut limbs. If you get into really, I don't like that bush hog cut limbs because it just busts them and makes it look ugly, you know, but that buzz saw cleans them up. They got a thing that you can put on it in the winter time, and, I know Jay, some of y'all may remember it, but, you know, to sling the leaves and stuff out of the ditches, you know. Just
The
up in there.
auger-like thing.
Yeah, just kind of sling it.
Yeah.
If it's run right, it ain't looking like it's slinging it everywhere, you know, all you're trying to do is clean out the ditch. A lot of different attachments with this machine.
Would the tractor,
We can make another year with the
all right,
tractor.
what,
like
the
you
other
said.
one,
Yes,
all right, the other one, if you strip it down,
I think it'll bring 40,000.
can you, would it be okay to pull a bush off?
Well, I'd probably use that tractor, keep that tractor and pull this blade with, just buy the blade and do away with
You
the
talking
tractor.
about the
bionic
bionic blade?
Yes, it's a 110 horse tractor, so it pull a 10-foot bionic blade.
So that save you a little money there, right?
Yeah, I'd knock the tractor off, that's what I have there, about $150,000.
For the tractor and blade.
How much is the blade?
The blade's gonna be probably 30 to 40, 50 at the most.
that bionic blade,
Yeah.
And
Well,
what
I
was
was
it?
actually looking at the one that's, it's hydraulic driven, see it, so you can
Yeah.
change,
Yeah.
change the pitch while you're going down the road. You
Yeah.
want pitch
So we're
this
at
way,
110 is what we need.
so.
Well, no, because we're actually keeping that, so we wouldn't have anything to go. So
Well, you-
we're,
Let's say
But you're not
We're-
buying
we're at
the
a-
other tractor.
we're at 150.
Take off the tractor and the bionic blade, and just put the bionic blade on.
That's 100,000. That we're gonna get back. Yeah,
is that good?
yeah.
So you're down to about
But hey, he don't have no road.
120.
About the city street.
All right.
And I mean, we can pull it somewhere in here, guys. I mean, I can make it work.
Definitely don't need it on Old Fannin Road.
They're about 8 weeks, I think that guy told us about 8 weeks out, see it, they build them themselves. They tried to distribute, they tried to, really like this, what we did in the reception. Actually, they brought it out for a demo, unloaded off a trailer, they did a demo in another county. Sid was there, unloaded off the trailer, and this thing broke down right there, would not work.
And they just bought it?
It was their demo machine,
Oh,
and, they just used it that morning.
wow.
But,
Well, look, I
and we
really don't
asked
care if you buy it
what
or
their
not,
service
'cause,
and
you know.
response time was, and they said,
Yeah.
we have a mechanic that lives in Crystal Springs. Next day, they called us, we had a board meeting, they called us and said, we're up and running. Pumping went out, he had one on the truck, put it on there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, it was pretty good that they do got that kind of service, you know, and I've talked several counties has had this, and they've had no issue with this company. They tried to do a dealership, let them dealership sell them, and they had a lot of problems with service side of it. So they just took it away from the dealerships, and they're the dealers too.
Well, look, I don't really care we got one or not, you know, but I just don't wanna come in the middle of the year and then you wanna buy it.
Right,
Right.
right, yeah, just go
Yeah.
ahead and
Well,
get it on there, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I just, while we need to get it out now, and everybody's on the same page, but I know different areas, I just know there's a lot of little roads,
Yeah.
you know, that need,
You got to be able to
Cutting
move
back.
around to do
And,
it. I mean, you can't just sit in one spot now and do it like we used to. You got to move
you know,
around.
do you have several in your area, Steve?
Yes,
or-
sir.
Mhm.
And I just know it don't seem like I'm turning in work orders,
I mean,
you know, to
most
get
of
these
those
cut
roads
back,
out
but
here.
we're not, you know, of course, I know we just have one machine doing it, one person, I mean, he can't be everywhere in the county, but we just got to, we need to get on top of it, because it's kinda too late
But
when
it
they go
is-
to calling.
It is a
It's
state
already-
contract deal, Jay, so,
I just
it would
wish
be
somebody, there was a contract out
create a
there that
PO
done it.
or
Well,
just,
save
We're
that
just gonna have to
money.
amend your budget
Like
now.
I agree.
mile or something.
Right,
what's
because
been-
you cut them back,
Do
good,
anything.
it'll last a couple of years.
You don't think the mini?
we got to make it work, we can make it work.
I don't know, then we
I
wouldn't
don't
have to
think you can.
be out of that money up front
you won't
in the
like it. I
maintenance,
can
in the man of it, we could spend that money, paying the contractor.
I'm just telling you, we
Just
got
give
to.
him
Okay.
roads
Well,
to do. and
Right,
get
still
paid
keep
by
the
mile.
one that we have,
Yeah.
alright,
you know, but,
Well,
okay.
but
I just, we're gonna have to learn to know.
Mike, look
Yes.
at, I mean, you can make this work in your budget, but look at what, maybe Davini or somebody, what it would cost us for a year with a certain number of miles,
I'll see.
to see what, if there's a savings.
see if that would be cheaper
I
contracted
mean, we
out
still
for.
keep the one we got, but,
Yeah.
but compare that with
So we're
Right.
already doing that, aren't we?
We're doing that with our giraffe right
Giraffe.
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the giraffe you just bought, or the arm, will it not reach as high as what we need to
No.
get done now?
No, it's just, we bought it to kind of nip corners.
Alright,
More or less. a
That
permanent
other one will go
pole
26
saw
foot.
get high as it
The one that
Yeah.
looked at it, go 26 foot up in there.
That's high enough.
Right.
But see, I mean, we're just running, I mean,
13.6 is
the
legal
thing is,
height,
how
we're
much
running,
do we
we're
pay
running,
but you know,
them
if you
to
go
do that annually?
16
About
foot,
700
that's
bucks.
gonna keep them from,
Really?
in the future, dropping down and
Yeah.
hitting a mobile home or
Right.
I'm-
RV.
I'm
now that's them
more
cutting,
interested
cleaning,
in
doing
back a
everything.
ditch.
And that's,
Yeah.
and that,
Brush,
and
you
Jay
know.
needs to know, like, how many miles have they covered?
Oh, shoot. I got it, but I ain't got it on me, Jay, but it's a bunch.
Well, heck, if they doing that, might as well see what they charge us to do the rest of it.
Who
We
is
already
it?
paying
Do
them
a
700,000.
well, a professional service, I mean, let them, then they'll have the equipment, and if it breaks down on them, man,
Who are we talking about?
anybody.
Not
Anybody
who we
who's-
got now.
Well, I mean, if he.
I mean, you just gonna have to give them enough, I mean, if somebody don't have it, somebody wants to get into it, they gotta be able to try to figure out how to make it work in their cost factor as a businessman, you know, but I will reach out and talk to that if we need to.
Well, I'm good with you and Keith working that out, do the numbers and see what the best way to go is.
And like I said, I appreciate everything y'all done last year, I mean, it got us a long ways in the county.
How did that help us out? Where are we at on our comprehensive plan, on a road plan? I
We're
mean,
about 50%. I mean, that's something, I mean,
I know
we can talk about it
changes from year
now,
to
but
year,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I'm starting to put it together right now, Brad, what the information I have of where we at, and hopefully by October 1, I'll be presenting y'all with a road list of the roads we're gonna do. I mean,
Yeah.
Glenn's area, I've already kinda got that laid out in the bond, what we're gonna do in the bond. Not gonna do as much as everybody thinks he's gonna do, cause he's got 2 subdivisions up there that's got to have some extensive work done to them. I mean, he's gonna probably spend more on curbs and storm drains than he is asphalt in those subdivisions, but they're bad. So, I'll get that together and I'll have y'all a list, just like I did last year, what we plan on doing this year, once I kinda know where we at. And give us time, like I told Jay the other day, it's gonna take us basically this fall and winter to get back ahead and be maybe ready for some pavers, I'm hoping in the spring. But with the extra money is, we just been under the gun and we ain't got caught up on our regular work, guys, so I got to get ahead and get some base repairs and stuff like that done, get some roads prepped and ready for some contractors, so it's gonna take us this fall and winter to get ahead of that, so.
Well,
My plan is hopefully come in next year, we do that this winter, get that ready, paving crews will come in, it's usually too cold in January and February to pave anyway. And March, it starts warming up, we can start paving, our micro will follow in pursuit of that, along with our chip seal. Usually, we started our chip seal and micro this year, late April, 1st of May this year, we started a month or two early. We got a good contractor on our micro side, I mean, I've been real pleased with them, you know, I know, they've come in and where we was trying to do 60 miles a year and we was doing 30, these guys are doing 60 miles a year. And they're doing it in 2 months and out of here. I mean, they're about a 60-day program when you give them 60 miles. And they had a real bad year of fighting weather, just like we did this year.
Yeah.
Rain. They couldn't get I don't think they got a whole weekend the whole time they was here, you know.
well, Mike, I know that fire department in Sid's district, of course, we kinda share the same, we promise these folks.
That's
I mean,
right.
we've been patching on that thing for years, and it's not even my district, but I mean, we need to.
Yeah, we need to get that.
I just, you know, and like I told y'all, I mean, we can get it paved, I mean, that's something that we
I
can
know
get
it's
done.
some bad dirt under there, but I mean,
But it's not,
ain't gonna
it's gonna
cost
be
that
more
much.
trouble to,
All right, man, so where we at on getting our site open?
Monterey.
alright, so, we're gonna run conduits, we're running conduits right now for our electrical in it. Got an electrician, got a quote, working on all of that, gonna give him a PO hopefully by the end of the week, Jay.
Man, you're moving awful slow on this.
well, there's a lot of utility folks that hold
But,
it up too.
But basically that and, getting a few camera things, but everything's in play. It's just, yes, I am moving slow on it, Jay.
Have
I'm
you
gonna
rode
invite
out
you
there,
to-
Jay?
You want me
Hurry
to
that
step
up.
it up? Yes,
Yes.
sir. But we've got, like I said, we need to, probably on the 15th, if y'all don't mind, we need to kinda confirm our prices up.
All right,
Cause I wanna get a board made, to where when they walk up there to the thing.
yeah.
It's like me and Keith talked, I mean, I don't mind talking about this right here, we're gonna have to do a little cash, somebody's not gonna do 100% credit card.
All right.
So, I figure we'll have to have a little bit of change booth right there for that, but I'm trying to set it up where it's mostly 100% just hand them a debit card and get swiped, am I agree? Ain't that what we?
That'd be better, for sure.
But
Anytime cash is involved, there's
I understand.
opportunities.
Yeah.
Right, but we're pretty much gonna take about whatever they wanna bring.
Yes, I
Matter of
think,
fact, they take cards.
me and Jay both talked to the mayor, I think the rates, we thought that was the old rate, but I think that is
It's
the new.
current. It's
That
current.
is the current
Yeah.
rate that
Okay.
Pearl is using.
And I don't know, Richland charges something, I don't know what they,
I don't know what they charge.
So our real thing is, you know, the tough part is dealing with contractors, make sure we don't take it, you know, we need to cover our costs. Whatever it's gonna cost us to dispose of it, you know, we don't need to take a hit.
right.
So that's really the only thing that I think that we are maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
questioning.
that's the only thing I'm a little bit wishy-washy about, Jay, is the commercial side of it.
Right.
Until they start kinda coming in, that may be a number I have to come back and say, oh gosh, we got to adjust this number because
Yeah, right.
that guy brought in one load and it filled up 2 bins.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I just don't
hopefully
wanna-
we don't have nobody, but I mean, these guys are just like everybody else. You see them running up and down, they got a gooseneck trailer, this
Or don't.
tandem axle, I mean, they're the same size as a 30-yard dumpster.
Yep, that's
When they dump it, they're full. So,
Mike, how much do we spend on dumpsters?
280,000 a year.
Right, 300.
Yes, sir.
Well, it'd be nice if next year that equals 0.
Yeah, and we're paying for that out of the road.
Yeah, so it'll help us, for sure.
And that's if we have a easy year. you know.
Yeah. All right.
I think we've got something worked out to where tires will be done and we'll have our hazardous waste a little easier than what it's been being, Jay.
I don't know if I agree with that necessarily, if y'all gonna do what you talked to me about, was like dumping paint all into one drum.
Yeah, you can do that. But,
I just hope that, it seems like a lot of,
different chemical,
yes,
yes.
a lot of extra work for our people to do.
Well, I'm gonna fix it to where it's just, I mean, they pop top on a can, sit it right there and they move on, you know. But we will have to, I mean, it'll take an employee in the guard shack, but we're gonna work out, me and Keith talked about that, we're gonna work out between people and livestock. So my guys, we're not adding no employees for this,
So what, all right, let's talk about livestock. What's our budget there?
I'm not looking at it, Jay.
Do we have that?
I don't have it prepared, but we got
All right.
numbers.
We can do it next.
I mean, we're gonna keep it pretty well the same.
Well, what's the annual budget on it? Do what?
I don't keep that on top of my head.
I got you.
So the budget's 386,950, which is 2,600 more than last year.
What was that increase for?
386.
Probably just salaries.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what does that cover? Sorry,
That just covers the normal operations.
of the livestock
Well,
pavilion.
yeah, it covers what it costs the county, you know,
Yeah.
to run the facility,
Yeah.
utilities, the supplies, the dirt. the-
Yeah, everything it needs down there.
How much,
Right.
how much do we bring in over there?
Not near that. Do you have a revenue estimate for livestock?
20,000.
About 100,000.
Yeah, it's less, probably, I think it was 87 last year.
Ooh.
Is the Little Britches still doing?
That's our biggest,
Yeah.
that's our biggest show over there. You know, these, I hate to say it, but the horse world is, these horse shows have died off. And,
Yep.
I mean, docs in the large animal business, they've
Definitely
not,
not.
the horses out here that used to be out here, people ride.
So then why is our budget still up?
Cost to keep the facility.
I mean, it's just like everything else. I mean, that facility's up probably 30% from what it was 5 years ago, Jay. I mean, electricity's higher, water's higher. I mean, you still gotta do the same thing
It's an older facility too, and there's a lot of repairs.
that we're having to start
We
doing
looked
now.
at, looked at replacing a sewer line, cause it's undersized.
Yeah.
And so we just, probably once a quarter,
We have to
twice a
bust out that
quarter,
slab?
you gotta go, take out the whole concession, so we're just paying to come unclog it for now. Each, you know, 2 or 3.
Cheaper to do that, cheaper to just get somebody to clog it in.
With no more money we're getting, heck, we can just shut it down. And just outsource it. Let them bring in food trucks.
Well,
I mean, we don't
you know,
usually
we did away with the concession stand several years ago.
Okay.
And
But if there's bathrooms there, that's
Oh,
what you're
the
talking about.
bathrooms.
It's
the bathrooms go down.
But they drain through the concession area.
The two, what you do, they did bathroom here, bathroom here.
Concession in the middle.
Concession in the middle, they plumbed everything right there and turned it, and they didn't put a big enough line. When they made that turn between 2 bathrooms, I'm talking about, them bathrooms got 8 commodes in them, a piece.
Are they ADA compliant?
Yep.
Yeah, that would
Okay.
be.
But, I mean, you talk about a Little Britches weekend, I mean, they may be 1,000 people up there.
Yeah, man. How often does it clog up?
At least,
About every one of them big shows.
Oh my gosh, man, we need to get that fixed.
I mean.
I know it's a big number.
I know one Saturday or Sunday, we had to get them out there to unclog it. During one of them big shows.
So that's the dilemma, right? I mean, I like it being there, but
Yeah.
that's the dilemma that you're speaking of right there, right? That it cost us 386, we make 100, and then we need to spend
Yeah,
However-
another 200 to get toilet working.
to do the toilets, and man, it sure is a nice facility though for the 4-H kids and all that.
Oh,
But
yeah, yeah.
I realize that
That's
that's
what
not a
it's
money maker, you know, but man.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know if you're aware of this though, we don't have but one department that makes money
Okay,
in the whole county,
okay,
and that's justice court.
okay, gotcha.
You know, I mean, that's just like, you know, I was hoping this year that we could go back there, I've always wanted to build a little indoor place for the 4-H kids to
Right.
show their cattle.
Right.
Guess what, I showed cattle and stuff, and it's 90% of the time when in January come around, it's miserable.
It's miserable.
Yeah.
But they're used to it. Kids
But
get
they
used
used to it, and they have fun doing it, but I was gonna try to build us a little
Sure.
sale barn.
Yeah.
Kind of between the two buildings in that corner right there, where you had an indoor, the parents could sit there and watch kids do, you know.
You talking about like a sale arena?
Yeah, like a little sale arena, but there'd be a show arena and a sale arena.
Well, I mean, you can use it for
You
show.
could use it either way.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get it. I don't want it to go away
And
because
maybe
I've
we-
been directly involved with it a whole bunch.
We have a little extra
But
fund money we can work with.
I'm not stupid either.
So what is the horse folks, why aren't they just less?
Oh, I think it's just you know, when inflation or something occurs, that's the first thing that drops off, you know? I mean, these people, when they got a lot of extra money, they do it, but then as soon as things get tight, the horses get turned out, you know, and yeah, so
Then they
I
gotta
mean,
sell them trailers that
Right.
cost more than their house.
that's right. So that's, to me, that's.
I mean, the
it
people
goes
that's
up
in the
and
horse
down.
business right now are dedicated people that's
That's
in the
right.
horse business.
That's right.
But I'm gonna say 50% of that market is, like Doc said, up and down.
It's up and
You know.
down.
Well, it's also faddish.
That's what I'm
That's right.
saying, yeah,
And
it's
that,
very, very.
it comes and goes.
That's right.
Yellowstone's faded out, so guess what?
Yeah,
They
that's
fade
right.
out.
Yellowstone kicks back up.
Yeah.
Back.
Well, it's the same thing with 4-H.
Yeah.
10 years ago, you had 5 cows in Rankin County showing, you know, and then, well, that's probably 15 years ago. 8 or 10 years ago, we had 80,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
80 at the show. So, I mean, you know, and no telling how many pigs, 300 pigs or something at
Oh
the
my
county
gosh,
show. So, I
wow.
mean, it just goes completely
Oh, I know it is.
crazy, you know, the amount of stuff that's down there being shown.
You did a graph chart that does like.
That's exactly right.
It looked like a heartbeat chart.
Except for maybe the shooting, that's probably just growing.
That's right, that could be too.
Yeah, I think the archery is.
Oh, the archery
Archery.
competition, that's
Archery
big time,
and
yes.
the little
yeah,
shooting
sure.
thing is
Yep.
3 times the size of it.
Every school's got a team now, I
Mhm.
think. So,
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, we need to fix that.
I would just say whatever we can do to keep that budget as low as we can, I think that's a good idea, but I also know that it just.
I mean, that kind of works in conjunction, but yeah, that's about as weak as we can keep it.
And the building is so much better shape now than it was 10 years ago. I mean, whatever
Well,
whatever had to happen.
staff
had to
I've got
happen.
up there does a good job.
Right.
Uh,
Power's better, everything's better. It's much
But Little Britches is our biggest
right.
contributor on it, and
Could we market it at all, you think, to try to get other things in there that would be, it's got nothing to do with.
you know, the
budget.
bad thing is just like Little Britches, they come in there and I think it's $3,400 for the weekend.
Mhm.
They write us a check, one check.
Got it.
That covers their stalls, that covers their arena, covers the camper hookups and everything else.
So the chips, are we gonna be able to sell our chips, chip up our stuff and use them?
I don't know yet. I'm working on that still.
It's a different type of
Have to
screen.
be.
It's a different,
A flake more than a chip.
that's more of a plane, off of a planer.
Yeah.
Well, I
Right.
thought,
There's you
Originally,
can
there
do
was
it,
a
but I
screen
mean,
that
it's
we
gonna
could
be
get
a
done.
different type of screen that.
We're working on getting a screen ordered right now, Jay.
Okay. I mean,
I can't order it right now. I need to wait a little bit.
if we got capability, I don't know why we wouldn't.
I-
You know, not only just that, man, we could,
Much debris.
we could provide some chicken house material.
Well, I don't know about,
Use any type of
because
wood
it's gonna be
for those chips?
mixed, like, I mean, you'll have to separate
Glenn?
pine, oak.
Oh,
Right.
I was gonna say, does it have to be a specific wood
Yeah.
for the
For
chips?
the chicken.
I know for the
Pine, I
horses
think
do.
is what usually goes in the chicken houses, pine chip or shavings.
Man, I
Which
tell
one
you
of them
that.
is it that you can't use for horses?
Walnut,
Walnut.
black
Okay.
walnut.
So pine is what they usually
Well,
use.
and oak's fine too, but black walnut are sure founder one.
Okay.
Cause they'll eat them shavings.
Even if they just walk on, 'em, they ain't gotta eat them.
Oh, heck.
Yep. Oh,
So what goes in chicken houses?
I'm thinking pine.
What else we need to,
I mean, rather than paying to get it disposed of, it'd be
Yeah.
nice if we can actually,
Yeah.
We ain't paying to get disposed of yet.
yeah.
okay.
So
We got a lot of places.
Are we gonna work with the cities, municipalities on taking their debris, like clean up limbs and stuff, or?
You know,
We'll have a fee.
Why would we
Well,
do that?
They don't pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, City of Brandon?
no, they don't.
They don't? They
The only
contract
only
that
time
out?
City of Brandon picks up is like if a storm comes through, then they put it on their webpage. You better have it out there by the road in the next 2 weeks. This is our cutoff date, and they don't come back and get it from there.
Yeah, man, I think we charge whoever comes through there.
I know the mayor
Maybe
has,
have some
the mayor
type
has
of contract
approached
with
me about it, but, I mean, I think it's tipping fee just like everything else. You know, if he wants to bring over and dump, he can dump.
I mean, we're having to pay for it, so they might.
Fire
as well
burner, I mean, both of our things that we've got to manage our wood is really, really working good. They've all got their place and to do, but, I mean, the, wood burner's doing real good. Everything seems to be working well with those 2 products.
So what do we do with that ash?
We're piling it right now.
It doesn't create a large amount.
I mean,
I don't know,
we-
I
we've
saw him
been-
pushing it off. Heck, sucker was still on fire when he was,
I know it, but I mean, I think I've got a dump truck load maybe out of all, since we've been burning, Jay.
for, okay,
I
all right.
mean, it burns, that thing gets so hot, I mean,
And, I mean, honestly, you could just take that ash and spread it like fertilizer on top of
Yeah.
the ground.
I got
if
it.
you ever get a pile, I mean, I
Yeah.
knew that was gonna be a long time because where me and Keith went and looked at this thing,
Yeah,
that guy's like, this is 10 years worth, and I'm like, I could haul this off in a day,
oh,
you know?
wow, I got you.
I mean, it burns that hot, it's burning the ash, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, round the clock.
wow,
Have you seen it burning over there, Jay?
yeah. Yeah, they were doing the other day when I rode over, see how slow.
You know, I
they
think
were
in,
doing it.
I think in the
The
future,
concrete looks good.
It does, concrete looks real good.
Yeah, I pulled up over on top of 10 like I was throwing something off, but there wasn't nothing down there.
I mean, I really think in the future, that's probably something we would look at, maybe doing, either a portable one or setting up different sites for air burners around in districts, you know. I mean, ours is portable, yeah, you can go pick it up, put it on a low board.
Yeah.
They make one that you can just suck up and move around, you know, in a trailer.
All right,
All right, what else we got?
I think we're
That's
good.
it.
We're good.
Spin, go,
that's it.
We're good.
drop a hammer on it. Thank y'all, appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll go ahead and knock this out, so we can approve the budget on.
Y'all through with me?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you need to hang around it.
Back to executive session.
Yeah, I make a motion, to discuss the need for executive session for personnel.
Second.
Jay made the motion to discuss the need for executive session for personnel. Steve seconded that motion. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Motion to go
carried.
into executive session.
For personnel.
Jay made a motion going to executive session for personnel.
Second.
Steve seconded that motion. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
We're not in executive yet.
We're still on.
Sam's not.
Oh, okay.
You don't know how to cut that off?
This is completely arbitrary from all that. Do we have, so this lady called me yesterday, cause she had a dead
And we're
baby.
still,